And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome! You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say.
Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to Coin Play Tarot. My name is Coin. I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. As a set of quick announcements, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That way when uploads are made, you can see what the stars are trying to say to you. Also, if interested, individual reads are back up and open. Either message or email me directly. Link is on main, and we'll set it up, okay? So what are we looking at in this round of read today, Pisces? We're looking at your one-to-ones for this month of June. One-to-ones is style reading that I do with party over here and party B on this side, and examining the intricate dynamics that's happening between the two. So as a caveat to the style of reading, first, they tend to get called love reads because of just the dynamic of what's happening between both parties and seeing how, deeply finite it can get. And I hesitate with that phrasing because it's not always lovely, right? I don't make false guarantees that it's always going to be picture perfect, rainbows and butterflies. We talk about everything at the table. So that's the first. The second, it ain't always going to be about love. Promise you, Pisces, it could be about your family, friends, co-worker, neighbor, someone you just met, right? Just what's the dynamic that's happening between person A and person B. They exchange back and forth. So as a preamble to the read today, Pisces, my fish people, see what resonates, see what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, if it gets difficult, understand that I, as your tarot card reader, I'm not here to misguide you and mislead you. Trust me, while you may oftentimes be the last set of reads that I have amongst all the signs, I have to do the reads for all the signs, right? I have no time to do the lying game. Instead, we lay our cards out on the table. And good or bad, come rain or sunshine, we talk about it. Because at the end of the day, tarot is a conversation, just an energetic one, yeah? So follow along with me in your read today, Pisces, your one-to-one for this month. And let's see what the cards say. You're going to be over here. Your person's going to be over there. So those are the cards that we need to see, please, for Pisces in this read. What are the cards we need to see, please, for the Pisces Collective in this read today? Ooh, nice, but it didn't come out. Very nice, it just didn't come out. So it doesn't hit the table, can't say. What are the cards we need to see, please? Prices in this read. Okay. 4 cups on your end, on their end. Since I took both, I'll take both. I mean, sometimes you just gotta call it quits. Let me phrase why. I pulled 2 cards, so I'm gonna take 2 cards. On their end, we have the Page of Wands and the Seven of Swords. The skepticism of the validity of the claim, the optimism that maybe things are different than what they are. On your end, the Four of Cups, a long time disappointment that's been building, it's been festering for a bit between you and them, Pisces. You two are not happy with the dynamic as it stands. However, neither of you are really expressing your discontent. We're both we look very cute in our photos together, right? And I don't know what that means. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be an intimate partner. What it means is whoever this person is to you, Pisces, it hasn't been good for a while. And the expressing of the disappointment, the anger, the frustration, it's not exactly happening, at least honestly in the way that it should. Okay? So now that we got 2 people on the board, you and your person, let's look at fronts and backs. Fronts and backs, where in the backs, what's being left in the unsaid and the unknown. In the front facing, what's being directly communicated and stated between both parties. Show us the cards we need to see, please. Front and back for Pisces in their read. Between them and their person, what's going on here? What are the cards we need to see, please, between Pisces and their person in this read? Page of Pentacles. The willingness to try, the willingness to make things work, being directly communicated. Okay, so at least on your end, Internally, you acknowledge that, yeah, I probably shouldn't be feeling this way, thinking these thoughts, etc., about the dynamic between me and this person, but they are what they are. And I have to accept that, the good, the bad, the otherwise. That Seven of Pentacles is just pretty much stating, listen, it is what it is. And I think you're trying to open up that communication to have a more honest conversation with whoever this person you've identified, Pisces. You're open to having that conversation, even if it hurts, even if it feels a little bit pointed and a little bit jaded. You understand that it is necessary to get to the next step. On their end, Four of Wands. Oh, okay. A deeply held relational dynamic between yourself and another, and the Page of Cups. Okay. I thought we would be happier together. Yeah. We are hitting these are the breaks moment in a relational dynamic between you and them. You are saying, yeah, if I had to be honest, I'm not happy right now. And them on their end saying, this is why I wanted a relationship to be. I'm still trying to look for the positives and the little things, right? We are beating around the bush too much, which is not allowing us to have an honest conversation on both ends. And it's because you don't want to hurt each other, but the dynamic as it stands is already hurting each other, right? Pisces, between you and them, both of you are quote unquote looking for the right things to say, but it's never coming out right because you're too afraid to be honest even when it hurts. And the problem with that is we can mask and cover that up a little, but when that becomes the normalized dynamic, all we're left to do is hurt. The positive benefactors don't outweigh the amount of, concealed everything else. We gotta talk about it. Okay, so that's what's going on in this dynamic. That makes sense. You're willing to try. They're saying, I just wanted things to be different. And now that we have both parties' standpoints on the board, show us positions. Where are each individual party's positions towards one another and each other's reading? What do we need to see, please, with Pisces in the read today? Okay, on your side? Emperor. Okay, good. Card of Aries. A decision must be made, and it looks like I'm gonna be the one to say it. So now, okay, we tried being cute about it before, and we'll talk about it and delaying it. No, we gotta talk about it now. I may not like it, but it's gotten to this point, it can't get any worse on their end. Queen of Pentacles. If this is what it takes to make things go right, yeah. Let's get honest. Let's get real underneath it all. The Fool, the power of a new beginning. Okay. We were so hesitant to not hurt each other that we ended up hurting each other. And now the Fool coming out, a new beginning is possible. However, we gotta be unafraid to take the next step. That means if I have to trust this person, whatever they mean to me, then we need to be more direct and more honest about what we want from this. Okay, this is a much better direction to head in. So now that we have both parties on the board, one looking towards the other and vice versa, 1-to-1, what's being shared down the middle? Show us cards that we need to see, please. Cards of connection and the bridge. Ooh, that is interesting to fly out almost completely sideways, so I'll take it sideways. The Queen of Swords. What we know, what we think we know, what we don't know. There's your truth, there's my truth, and then there's the truth. Right, we're going to get brutally honest about a long-standing issue that's been happening between each other. And that's the only way we can ever have a successful outcome. Okay, at least there's the acknowledgement that this is what it takes and this is what we're willing to do. Right, here's my side, here's your side. Where can we come to compromise? Next, what else? Show us cards we need to see, please. What else is being held between Pisces and the person? And beyond that, Queen of Swords. Emperor, a choice must be made. And now we are going to sit down and do it. Okay. Knight of Wands, the freedom to express openly and unmitigated. Page of Swords, wanting to learn, wanting to absorb and be open to the idea. Six of Pentacles, the everyday investment. Here's what it takes, and here's what we're going to do tangibly, day by day, step by step to get it right. Underneath it all, Two of Cups. And so when we come out the muck of pretending that our relationship was just totally A-okay, and we start getting real about it, we also start to address the problems we've been avoiding for the longest. In a very happy and healthy way. I like that for you. But deal with the tough stuff first. If we try to bypass this again, it's only going to get worse. And then animosity will start to build, Pisces, either for you or for them. Okay? And as we move towards resolution, first define the major arcana strewn across the table in this read. Then Pisces 1-1 for them. Oh, the Emperor twice. One on their end to spark the conversation, the other held in between to follow through on the plan. Show us the cards we need to see, please. First, define these cards as we move towards resolution. Very straightforward. I like that. Devil. Okay, card of Capricorn. Here, the choice, we could go either way, but we know the outcome that will happen if we don't, Pisces. Option A, we don't talk about it, we smile, we pretend that everything's fine, and it's not. And the animosity, the anger, everything will build, and we just accept that that's what we became together. Or B, we let all the demons out of our closet, we let the shadows roam free. We talk about what's been going wrong. We try to address it in a healthy and constructive way. The choice is yours right now, because it seems like you're the one that's really trying to initiate that point. But to get to any finalization stage, again, a choice must be made. And that's why in the Emperor is shared between the Ten of Pentacles. This conversation, if we avoid it, there's not going to be much left of us afterwards. If we do it, and we do it right, and we do it fair, and do it just, Ten of Pentacles coming out, the foundation of everything we can build together, a future of sustainability. In resolution, High Priestess, internally knowing this is coming out, and it's coming up very soon. Six of Cups, I still value and I want you in my life, but we've been running from this for so long, I don't know how to say it right. Got it. Underneath it all, the Empress. Identifying each other as high quality partners and people that we want to be with, but also getting to the best and highest version of ourselves. We shouldn't be like this around each other. We shouldn't be passive aggressive towards each other. This is not a dynamic that I want with you. How do we fix it? How do we make it right? Oh, well, I mean, it is tough, but this was a very straightforward read, Pisces. Here's what's going on today. There's been a long-standing issue between you, and I'm seeing that as either an intimate partner or a long-time companion, where companion as in like a friend, best friend, etc., but more than likely a partner. And what's going on is that you two have been being fake happy for the sake of the relationship rather than dealing with the issue that is making the relationship dissatisfactory for both of you. You're hitting a breaking point where you're saying, okay, if I do this, if I go through the motions one more time like this, we probably got to break up. Or the other method, hey, we gotta talk about the things that's been haunting us and we've not been dealing with together for the longest, because I want this to work out between us, but we got called spade a spade. It's not where it should be. And I think for what it's worth, they're on that same exact page, just coming at it from a different angle. But remember, both parties were afraid to hurt each other's feelings, and so they ended up hurting each other's feelings. The only way to get through it now is to talk about the tough things, even when it is difficult. Because a new beginning, one with a much healthier and putting the love first and not running away from the problems, that is very much attainable. We just gotta be willing to be uncomfortable more than we've been over time. That's why I got on your read today, Pisces. I hope this conversation helped. And yeah, is it gonna be a pretty conversation? No, but if we don't have the unpretty conversations, we're gonna have a unfunctional or dysfunctional relationship. Your choice. Let's see you around, okay? Take care.